Ladies and gentlemen, what can I say? I was right about Pirate Software. I mean, it wasn't hard to see if you looked closely.
And to be real with you, some of the best moments that I've had inside of dungeons are because, oh shit, we're all going to die if we don't execute this perfectly. And we hardened up at that moment, we kicked some ass, and we got to live. Everything is perfect.
He's coming, just...
The first red flag, and if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll explain in a second, but the first red flag for someone who is absolutely, completely, and utterly full of shit is someone who is an expert on everything and talks with confidence on everything. And I think the Stop Killing Games initiative was just another great example of him making blatantly just absolutely absurd arguments for what he was talking about with just the confidence of an ungodly expert.
If you want a government initiative to enforce that, that means the government has to build a registry of all of those games and all of that intellectual property that shouldn't be monetized, and then somehow enforce that.
So Thor, aka Pirate Software, might be on his way out, and I can't say that I'm disappointed. I called this shit 5 months ago, and it's only gotten worse from there. I didn't even cover the fact that there's multiple playthroughs of games where he pulled an Elon Musk and pretended to be proficient at, specifically puzzle games, where he clearly stops the stream to Google on his phone, and then comes back and pretends like he solved the puzzle.
I watched his Animal Well playthrough. Okay, I watched the whole thing, but it was on second monitor. And I liked the video. And I remember thinking in the video, I was like, damn, he's fucking good at puzzles, man. I was like, if I was doing this, I'd be fucking stuck. That's what I remember thinking, okay? And then, during this drama, I'm like reading some of the comments on this WoW drama, and somebody offhandedly mentioned that he faked it. That he like looked up a guide. That he like fucking was clearly, like he says things that happen before he gets there, and he like, and I don't know if that's true, but I rewatched some part of the video, and with that knowledge, it looked so much different to me.
But A, that's not what you're here for. You're here for the juicy drama, the good shit, and I got that for you. But here, that's just establishing a pattern of behavior in his character and pretending to be an expert on everything, pretending to be like, r/I'm very smart, probably debated atheism on Reddit in his early days. Now, my main problem is, one, yes, pretending to be smart, but the other thing that I have is another way to tell if someone is not a great guy is how he treats his friends. So if you don't know, he was part of a World of Warcraft guild called OnlyFangs, very funny, haha, with a lot of famous streamers in that guild. And if you don't know, this guild is a hardcore guild, and what that means is they permanently die. When their character dies, it's done, they're gone. And these people put hundreds and hundreds of hours into these characters, right? You're leveling up to max level, you're doing raids, dungeons, you're grinding for rare drops on gear. You are spending a significant investment of time. So essentially, if your character dies, you are being robbed of that time. And as you saw in the beginning of the video, he just hightails and fucking runs, and that's not the first time that that's happened. That wasn't even the instance that he got called out on. Okay, it's shitty, it's scummy, self-preservation, fuck your friends, I guess. You're the type of person that I would never take on a raid, ever. I wouldn't take you on a raid, I wouldn't take you on a dungeon, I wouldn't take you to help me fucking farm in the open world, PvE, okay? I don't trust your ass if you're doing that to me. Well, that's fine. If you want to say you're a rat fuck, scumbag, you want to keep your character at all costs, fuck your friends, that's fine. But then, this motherfucker, listen to the way he talks to his friend.
Go on. Yeah,
Oh,
I want
dear
to speak to him because I didn't speak to him correctly. I said it again, we all did mistakes, bro. Like I didn't say, we are just blaming you. It's about the zero accountability is what makes us so mad, Pirates.
There's no
You see
zero
the point?
accountability, dude. Everyone can do something
you-
better. But when you open up
No,
and you
you-
yell over
no,
another
listen,
person
can
like
I
you were doing
speak?
earlier, nah, I'm good.
You joined the call? See, like he's so egoistic. It's
He's
insane,
gone, bro.
Fuck everything else, fuck being a fake expert on absolutely everything, fuck lying about solving puzzles, fuck lying to your community. This pisses me off the most. There's like 3 or 4 different problems in this like 30-second clip of conversation that I think encapsulates the entire issue. So the first thing he does is immediately cut off his friend in the middle of a sentence.
It's about the zero accountability is what makes us so mad, Pirates.
There's no
You see
zero
the point?
accountability. When you open up
No,
and you
you-
yell over
no,
another
listen,
person
can
like
I
you were doing
speak?
earlier,
Even if you didn't think you were wrong in the conversation, the way you conducted yourself after your friend had their fucking character die, hundreds of hours just completely gone, to turn it around on them, talk over them in the middle of a sentence, and then claim that they're not letting you speak is art, okay? You have elevated being a dipshit to such an extent that I don't even know if I could replicate it properly. The other thing he does is claim that he's taking accountability.
There's no zero accountability, dude. Everyone can do something better.
This is like if I go to a gun range, don't practice proper firearm safety, accidentally shoot someone, and then I get confronted about it, I misdirect responsibility and then say that, look, man, everyone can do better. It's not that I'm dodging accountability. I'm saying, yeah, we all made mistakes. Everyone can do better. You see Tommy over there, he accidentally dropped his magazine on the ground. These are tier 1 manipulator strategies. If you have any experience with this, it is very obvious, but I think in normal conversation, it's hard to catch these things. The point of the gun range example is to illustrate that we would never accept this answer in any other more serious situation. Saying everyone made mistakes is not taking accountability for the things that you did wrong. He is arguing against a straw man. He is making the argument that everyone can do better.
There's no zero accountability, dude. Everyone can do something better.
He's essentially just not responding at all, but pretending like he is. No one has said, there's not things we can all do better. No one has ever disagreed with that statement. That statement is meaningless. It's a statement that's designed to make it sound like you're taking accountability when you aren't. Everyone in every situation that has ever existed could do something better, unless you are literally the perfect human. He's quick to point out other people's mistakes in very specific terms when talking about what the tank did wrong, but when it comes to him, everyone can do something better. I want you to keep that in mind because this is a tactic that I've seen him use a lot in a lot of different situations, and that leads us in to the fact that after this incident, there's a whole bunch of stuff that happens, but the most important thing is he's resorted to the classic manipulator bully tactic of trying to silence information for one, and the method he's doing that by is copyright claims. Ah, yes, the irony, Mr.
The government has to build a registry of all of those games and then somehow enforce that.
Is submitting copyright claims on people. You know, my favorite thing about that clip is the fake confused look he gives, as if he doesn't understand the way copyright works. Apparently he can thank me personally after my video because he figured it out and he's using it to do this.
Hey Kronos, we have to file a legal complaint against that dude earlier. I'm gonna pause this for a moment. There was a dude earlier today that went onto Reddit and said that he was using my voice in a video game, showed a bunch of videos of it, and then put that game up on Steam. A lot of people in the thread told him not to do that, that would end up being a legal problem for him. He did it anyway. So I filed a DMCA claim, and he has now filed a counterclaim against me. We're going to take you to court. You're going to lose. You cannot use somebody's likeness or voice in any way inside of your games without their permission. It's a really stupid thing to do. Incredibly so. So I'm going to send this over to Kronos now because he is a lawyer in copyright law. That is his job.
Hey, buddy, I worked at Blizzard Entertainment, and actually that's not illegal. I mean, the irony of someone named Pirate Software trying to file a DMCA claim because someone used their voice in their video game is fucking hilarious. And on top of that, regardless of the law, which I'm about to get into in a minute here because Pirate Software is 100% in the wrong, morally, this is just reprehensible. No one is playing that game as an alternative to watching your streams. You are not monetarily hurt by this. It's certainly not hurting your reputation any worse than it is already. And you're depriving people of potential entertainment, all to feed your petty little ego. On top of that, actually what he's doing isn't even illegal because Thor didn't do his research and didn't realize that that person didn't even use his voice in the video game. Those were clips that were edited on Reddit. Those had nothing to do with the actual audio of the game. The person's original game just featured a cockroach in a wizard's hat as a parody of Pirate Software, which if you don't know anything about copyright, one of the legal defenses is fair use. And one of the big legal defenses for that is parody. Thor's face and voice is not represented at all in that video game that he DMCA'd, and you would think he would take a second to do some research to find out if it's actually in there, or at least take a little peeky, a little look-see, okay, after the fact, and see in the counterclaim if he mentions the fact that your voice is not even fucking in there, before trying to take his livelihood away for what would already, even if you're legally in the right, an illegitimate reason Just absolutely reprehensible, scummy behavior, but this was not enough for him because he wanted to silence more criticism, so he files a community guideline strike against another creator trying to take away his livelihood as well. Keep in mind, this is his job, this is what he makes income off of, and Pirate Software wants to take that away from him, make him work a fucking wage slave 9 to 5, suffer for the rest of his life because he said something that Pirate Software didn't like. Man, this guy just loves taking hours of people's lives away, taking away their work on a video game, taking away their work building up their character in WoW, taking away all of the countless hours and hours someone has on their YouTube channel. He's like a fucking soul stealer, bro. This motherfucker is a necromancer.
Bro sent another DMCA request? No. If you actually looked at the image that you saw, that was a community guidelines violation. That is not a DMCA. You came over here from Jokered's community, and you didn't actually look at any of the information that he displayed on screen. You read it on LSF over on Reddit because it says in the title that it was a DMCA, yet prominently on the screen it says it's a community guidelines violation, which is not sent by me. That's YouTube taking it down. Educate yourself.
Listen how smug Pirate the Necromancer is. No, I didn't file a DMCA because I had legitimate problems with the copyright. I reported his channel because he was bullying me. I tried to take away his livelihood because he commented on my dogshit horrible reputation and lack of accountability. Bro, I don't think you understand. I worked for Blizzard Entertainment, and actually, you're not allowed to bully Blizzard employees. Speaking of bullying, do you want to see what actual bullying looks like?
You basically have to evocate to get your mana back for the next pull.
Reminded me, I sorry, I don't play the game, so I forget. If you remind me, I can help you both real quick.
Yeah, it's too bad I'm the only mage in the party. You're right, Jen. If only someone else would cast Arcane. If only.
Can't really keep wishing for things that just aren't here, though.
That is true.
That's true. That's true. Can't wish for the rogue. Can't wish for another mage to cast Arcane in.
Yeah.
Brother, may I have some oats? Oh, since we have 2 mages, we could probably poly the ads.
Wait, we have 2 mages. Oh, man.
Yeah, I can poly.
Here I've been the only one casting Arcane in. Incredible.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's wild, right?
So Pirate the Necromancer, it was such a shitty mage that he got 2 members of his party killed because he didn't realize he had enough mana, casted the wrong spell on the wrong monsters, and you can see him here just shit-talking a new player who doesn't play the game in the middle of a raid. He's trying to learn the fucking game, and Pirate Software is literally bullying this guy and mocking him the entire time. You want to talk about bullying, dog? One of the things I hate more than anything on this earth is cry bullies, and you can see Pirate Software literally just bullying this guy. But when it comes to people covering his actual fuck-ups and actual mistakes, lack of accountability, lack of character, just complete lies, he freaks the fuck out, DMCAs people, he reports them for bullying and harassment. I mean, it's just an absolute joke. I was right about this guy. I just wanted to point out a little bit more of the subtle manipulative things, just point out that it's not just a questionable lack of character, it's also being a little bit manipulative, a little bit psychopathic, and a whole lot of narcissistic. But yeah, if you guys have any other drama you want me to cover, top upvoted comment, I will make a video about it, whatever that happens to be. I am interested in a little bit of this content. It's a little spicy, it's a little fun, and I feel like I can give perspective or pick up on a little bit of things that a lot of the other creators have missed. But you know the drill, fuck it, I'm out, boys, peace.